With nearly 400 murders last year, Detroit is a city known for its crime. But education may be the key to changing our reputation around the country. Investigators in Detroit say if we can educate young people to understand killing is not a way to resolve a conflict, we'd see a safer city. 7 Action News reporter Cheryl Choden has the second part of her look at the murder rate in Detroit and how to bring it down.
Nearly 400 people were murdered in Detroit last year, a heartbreaking number that has city leaders and police shaking their heads and looking for answers. What can be done to make the people who live in Detroit, who come to Detroit, feel safe?
I'm losing hope myself. I see it too. I see it happening too much. I see it happening too much.
Losing hope in the city you love because of crime is a heartbreaking reality for Chapria Cousette, whose brother Jalen was murdered a year ago.
I don't even know how somebody could just do that.
She's also a mom and wants a safer city. Our city leaders and Detroit police want the very same thing we all do. The question is, what is the answer, or at least where do you begin?
Guns are attributed 80% of our homicides, and that's been consistent throughout the years.
You've got to do something about curfew violation, and you've got to do something about truancy. We've got to get these kids in school and off the streets so that they won't become victims or they're not out victimizing other people.
386 people, young and old, from all walks of life, from every side of the city and from the suburbs, lost their lives in Detroit in 2012 violently.
We're hurting. We're really hurting. Our family is grieving.
We need to be able to resolve conflicts outside of shooting and killing somebody.
Put every investigator and every police officer with a gun and a badge in the precincts.
Mayor Bing has announced a reassignment of officers. He wants 80% on patrol. But police say there is something you can do to help end the violence, to stop some of the heartbreak. You can come forward if you know anything about any crime. Forget about no snitching, say police. You could be saving a life.
You can't unring a bell, so when you shoot that gun, that bullet, you can't call it back once you send it out there. That knife that you use to stab someone, you can't call these things back.
And police say shower your kids with values, because those who murder have none.
We talk a lot about finances, but we can bring revenues in line with expenses. It won't do a thing for the city of Detroit if we don't get a handle on changing the perception that the city's not safe.
With fewer resources because of the city's financial problems, the experts say it is time for everyone to get involved, teaching children conflict resolution and a respect for life. And finally, if you know anything about a crime or a suspicious person or situation, make a call. You could prevent a tragedy. I'm Cheryl Choden, 7 Action News.